Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here for another reading and for visiting our channel again. We do have some specials going on, which I will talk about a little bit later. But if you like our videos, please hit like and subscribe if you're new. We are going to do a Divine Masculine reading today. We're going to check in and find out what's going on with that rascally little critter that seems to slip through our fingers all the time. They are sly little devils, aren't they? And we're going to get an energy reading or an energy fix, right? It's kind of a fix when you're watching tarot. Sometimes, especially if your Divine Masculine is running from you, you don't get to talk to them and, get, validation, confirmation, communication from them. Sometimes tarot seems like the only way to kind of figure out like what's going on, and it does seem to calm the nerves. There's no doubt about it, which is why even those of us that have never really watched tarot before, which I was one of them, when we meet our Divine Masculine and they run from us, we suddenly find ourselves watching tarot readings, which we've never done before. And it is part of like a self-soothing thing. It's to give us information because we're so confused as to what's going on. However, I should mention as a result of this, that sometimes it can be something, well, it should be looked at as more of not necessarily an accurate reading from like an absolute of what is going on with them, but more of a revelation from source as to what is going on with you in your perception of Divine Masculine, okay? Now, this is something that is just like anything else. It is coming to you for a reason, right? If you watch this reading, you're watching it for a reason. There is something about it that has caused it to show up in your world, right? There's something there that you're supposed to see. But we're always seeing through things through our own perceptual lens. And tarot is the same thing. So each person that listens to this reading could come out of it with a different perspective. They're going to resonate with it in different ways, which is why collective readings are still something that are a valuable tool for us. And we can find insight by watching them. But it's because of our own perceptions. And that is an important thing to understand on your twin flame journey, because that is what your twin flame journey is trying to wake you up to, is your own, like, it's to know yourself, right? It's to wake up from the mental illusions and, self-created prisons that we keep ourselves in subconsciously. This isn't just like you or only twin flames. It's the human condition. Everyone goes through this. We come here and we don't really truly remember who we are, and then we become conditioned to the ways of the world. And your soul wants you to wake up. So while you're watching this reading, keep that in mind, okay? What are your perceptions? And are they serving you well? Or maybe they might need to be replaced with something that is, better for you, that's going to give you better outcomes. So at the bottom of the deck today, we have Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Let's get you guys oh, look, 6 and 6, no more doubles. We've been getting a lot of doubles lately. So we have 66, 6, or 12, right? All right, so With Knight of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for this reading today is maybe kind of a stubborn perspective, not really wanting to put in the work, maybe for a lot of various reasons, but something is holding your divine masculine back from really putting themselves out there, and, you know, going for what it is that they actually want. Maybe they're stubborn, maybe they're stuck in their ways, or maybe they're dealing with someone that is. But whatever it is, it's kind of got them almost frozen in their tracks. In recent past, we have a 10 of Swords. Okay, so your divine masculine's been through some stuff, okay? They've been through some difficult things that have resulted in, this may be why they're feeling this. Whatever this is that they have gone through, whether it's caused them to have some type of like a PTSD reaction, some serious depression, or just an absolute feeling of powerlessness. Your divine masculine has suffered through some large ordeals, and they've accumulated into a point where your divine masculine has just kind of fallen to the ground. Now, sometimes, like, we absolutely have empathy for this. This is something that we as human beings go through. Sometimes we all have different points in our life that are like tragic and difficult to deal with. But sometimes life gives us these experiences in order to elevate us. Like, we kind of have to get torn down in order to become elevated. And so this is leading your divine masculine to something, but they have gone through some awful things to kind of get them positioned for something greater. And this looks like it took place somewhere near or around the time that they met you, divine feminine. It was either not too long before, or maybe they were in the middle of going through it. But it definitely took place sometime near around the time that they met you. Okay, so their karmic situation, whoever they've been dealing with, there's someone in your divine masculine's life that has been a kind of authority over your divine masculine. It could be a partnership where they were really controlling toward your divine masculine. They kind of wore the pants in the relationship. We have King of Pentacles in reverse and then King of Wands in the upright. So this person was charismatic and very much, you know, a big personality, which is, you know, kind of a leader personality. But the problem is there was a lot of immaturity, a lot of jealousy, and kind of hollow words. So although kind of like a lot of promises that sounded really, really good, but no real follow through, right? They didn't really back up their words. So your divine masculine got kind of pulled into a situation that they just didn't see coming. They thought it was something other than what it ultimately ended up revealing itself to be. And that is a part of why I would say that this is one of, if not many of the swords in your divine masculine's back. Now, with you, divine feminine, we have two cards that are an interesting combination here. Is you have Temperance in reverse and Eight of Cups. And with the two of these combined, the energy between you and your divine masculine was intense, but your divine masculine was not ready for the meeting between the two of you. There was an instant pull and attraction toward you. However, all of this stuff that they were going through made it so that they actually felt like they needed to withdraw. They needed to retreat. They probably ran from you at this point after a short and kind of brief experience with you. It was intense and important to them. It came in and it disrupted the energy that they had been in, but in a positive way. The problem is that for your divine masculine, it felt chaotic and like upsetting. Maybe because they felt scared of the connection. That's the impression that I'm getting, is that they were actually quite scared of the connection, not because it was bad, but because it was good. And it like freaked them out and kind of triggered them to retreat and step away, which was probably very upsetting for both of you, because like it was sort of like this is too good to be true. I've already been through too much. I can't go. This looked like something when I first met him, and it seemed like it was so great, and then it was just full of empty promises and heartbreak. I can't go through that again. It's kind of the energy that I'm getting from your divine masculine in recent past and in their meeting with you and dealing with whatever this karmic situation was. Okay, so in present moment, we have Three of Swords in reverse here, which is there's a feeling of remorse and wanting to apologize. Um, they at this point have had some time to self-reflect upon everything that has happened in the past. And even if they haven't reached out to you at this point, they want to. They would like to reach out to you and apologize for their actions and their behavior. Something may be holding them back, though, and I think that that's why this overall energy for the reading is here, is there's still a lot of fear and a lot of confusion going on in your divine masculine's mind. A lot of undealt with problems and emotions that they just don't even know where to begin with. So your divine masculine, they do want to reach out to you. You may even see them showing up and like, okay, I thought I had paused that, but maybe I didn't, and I apologize for that little bit of a disruption right there. But I have been having issues, as you guys know, with my microphone, and I've been watching it like a hawk to make sure that it doesn't go out in one of my readings, and it just did again. So I'm going to have to replace that. I'm going to have to use the camera's audio. So hopefully you guys will be able to hear me okay. Just as a quick recap, just to make sure that nothing got left out, your divine masculine most definitely wants to reach out and speak with you. They have a strong desire to do that, to apologize and explain themselves, but something is most definitely holding them back, and making them feel like they're just not quite sure if they should. You might notice them, kind of showing up and liking some of your social media. You may even happen to notice that, like, if you have mutual friends, they may be asking about you. You like might hear things through the grapevine that they've been asking about you, things like that. But they definitely want to reach out and apologize for the things that have happened in the past, between the two of you. They want to explain themselves, but there's a part of them that feels like they're not even 100% sure exactly why things happen. There's still too much confusion, I guess, for them to actually make the move. And that's part of the reason why they're kind of stagnant right now. And then in the karmic situation. All right, so this person here, they really have flipped the script on your divine masculine. Whatever stage of relationship they're in with them, it could be, that they're in the process of breaking up, or they're thinking about breaking up. maybe they've already broken up with them, but this person doesn't want to let go. And so they keep like trying to find ways back into your divine masculine's good graces. But they are chaotic and disruptive and toxic and difficult. And even though in the beginning they can put on a good front and, come across as, wonderful and supportive and healthy, time has proven that those are just words, and the actions never lined up with the words. And so this person is still creating, a very toxic energy in your divine masculine's life. And that is probably part of the reason why they feel like they still can't reach out to you. They want to, but they, maybe they feel like they need to kind of just fully like detach from all of this first. They don't want to intermingle this old yucky energy into something that they do feel is quite beautiful between the two of you. And these cards actually really do confirm that right here. Page of Wands and Queen of Cups. Both of these cards indicate that they see you as being an extremely loving, kind-hearted, generous, and, beautiful. It's a beautiful connection that they feel that they have with you. With Queen of Cups, we see that they see you as nurturing and healing. Being around your energy is like heavenly for them. Okay. It's too, but the weird thing is that even though it has that effect on them, they may not always show that to you. They may have like a really big wall up. They might come across as aloof or flaky or just not committed. And in some ways it's because they are, right? But that's not coming because of the way that they see you or that they have an issue with you. It's all this negativity that they're entangled with that is causing them to act and behave that way toward you. It isn't quite what it seems, Divine Feminine. It's not quite what it seems. Their actions have a deeper cause than the way that it's surfacing. It looks like they're kind of just being a little bit of a jerk sometimes. But in actuality, it's really all just coming from a place of fear. In your near future. Now, you guys, we do have some specials right now. We have 25% off of personal coaching calls or one-on-ones with coupon code Halloween. We also have 40% off of all of our tarot readings, and that is coupon code Trick or Treat. You will find that information in the description box below this video. Right now is a great time for you to sign up for those things. So check us out if you are interested. Okay, so near future, we have the Tower in reverse. I'm not surprised that this is showing up even in the reverse in this reading, because there's a lot of like pretty intense emotions and lessons that are being learned for your divine masculine. This in the reverse is like them feeling oppressed. But even though they've been feeling oppressed, they kind of feel in some ways like they've averted disaster. Okay. They feel like they've been able to, like figure things out and kind of like shift and dodge away from the danger. But there's still a lot of fear coming from your divine masculine at this point and at this stage. They don't feel secure. And it's because they've been looking outside of themselves in a very dangerous place for security. And since that didn't pan out, they're afraid of looking outside of themselves for it by seeing this connection with you. Because and so the way that they have to actually find this is through themselves. And this is part of the way that your divine masculine awakens. It's different than you. But they need to come to a place where they can self-soothe, they can figure things out, they can go within, they can tap into that higher power within themselves and find the answers. create that confidence and that self-worth and that value within themselves. They can't find it outside of themselves. Nobody can. It's always going to fall short. Okay, in the future with the karmic situation, weakness is there. Some kind of a feeling of almost like a childlike, they don't really know how to deal with things. There's like confusion, indecision. We had that here also. This is still going to be going on into the future for a period of time for your divine masculine. They don't have, they feel like they're running into a lot of setbacks. And there's like a weakness within them. They do feel, and this is coming from past experiences, okay? Like this is old trauma that is being triggered and brought out by this karmic situation. And maybe that's the reason that this karmic has been brought into their life, is to help them to overcome these things. They need to overcome a lot of these fears. They need to really continue to focus on self-growth. They really need to just let this thing go, overcome it, and they're going to feel a lot better. I think the lesson that your divine masculine needs to learn is that they're okay by themselves. They need to let this crappy situation go. And then when they do, that's when the universe can bring in the right and proper situation for them. That is a huge hurdle for your divine masculine to overcome, because they have a whole bunch of patterns and programs within them that were taught to them as a child that need to be healed in order for them to do that. And the only way that's going to happen is when they finally get sick enough of the way things are to embrace the unknown and let go of this crappy situation. With you, divine feminine, these are great cards right here. You have Justice, and then you also have Four of Cups in reverse. And so you and your divine masculine are on the premise of like a major breakthrough at this point. New outlooks, new perspectives, new way of dealing with things. A lot of hurdles have been overcome at this point for both of you, and a reconnection with the self. Okay, things are becoming more balanced here. Okay, and that inner union, that inner harmony that needs to take place and is the purpose of the meeting between the twin flames. Even though they have to do most of this part of the journey on their own or separate, or separately, I should say, they are still on a mission together, right? Because you guys are not actually separate. Only in the 3D does it feel that way. But it's not a real true separation, because energetically you are one. So, the left and the right hand are part of the same body, even if they're performing separate tasks, right? You and your twin flame are one at the level of the soul. So, this is a great, like, the truth is going to come out, you guys. A deep understanding and awareness of what this connection is going to happen for both of you at this point, and a lot of old baggage is going to be let go of, and the two of you are going to be able to come back together and have a deeper understanding of each other and the meeting between the two of you. I really like this reading, and again, I apologize for my sound issues. I was suspecting that maybe it was my microphone, and it doesn't do it every time, but it is for sure. So I'm just gonna have to purchase another one. So sorry for that little blip in the middle of the reading, you guys. I'm just glad I noticed it before I filmed the whole thing again. I even had to do that yesterday. Like, I had to refilm the last card. You'll notice a little glitch in that one. It's because I had to do it then. So it's definitely confirmed now. There's an issue with the microphone. All right. Interesting. Brush fires here. Brush fires is your oracle card. Let's take a look and see what this has to say. Fury. Extreme emotions, once engaged, are hard to put back in the container. Anger is a healthy emotion, yet fury is less necessary. Warlike emotions should be tempered unless survival requires it. Emotional intelligence is required at this time. Brush fires are a regular occurrence within some ecosystems in places such as Australia, my home country. Not mine, but the person in this book. Brush fires are often started naturally by lightning strikes and unnaturally by arson or uncontrolled back burning. Bushfires have a high heat output and are greatly affected by wind, fuel load, ambient temperature, humidity, and slope. The First Nations people in Australia used fires to successfully control and manage the fertility and appearance of the environment for much of the 60,000 years prior to European settlement. Particular care was taken over time to create a patchwork series of burns, allowing animals to escape and have food sources, as well as creating cold burns that did not reach the crown of the trees. While fires have always been a part of some ecosystems, in fact, integral to them because of things such as fire-triggered germination, we are now entering a time when fires burn so hot and furiously due to climate change factors that the destruction is catastrophic. Sadly, uncontrolled bushfires are becoming the norm in this time of climate change in many countries. These fires are furious, destroying everything: habitat, native wildlife, human life, and property. Some areas have been so intensively burnt, there is a chance they will not recover and easily regenerate. The last decade has seen huge forest and bushfires within a never-before-seen intensity that have destroyed huge areas of biome. The bushfires of the Australian summer of 2019-2020 burnt over 12 million hectares and killed around 1 billion animals, with half of all Australians affected. These intense bushfires have a huge economic cost, not to mention an emotional and spiritual one. Fury is a difficult emotion both to feel and have directed at you. Fury feels extreme and uncontrollable. It is important to explore and work through such emotions and be able to understand what they are and what they mean. Unpicking why we feel such intensity helps us to balance the fury. I think this is coming up because of the experiences that your divine masculine is trying to deal with and overcome. There's some kind of a rage or like a deep anger that needs to be looked at and dealt with before it becomes so consuming that it destroys, their life. I'm sure it's coming from whatever the situation is, not just the karmic, but the things that led up to them needing to meet this person, whoever it is in their life that has created this. And it could be more than one person. It could be a network of people that your divine masculine has grown up around and has gotten themselves kind of entangled in. And it's a lifestyle that needs to be left behind so that they can achieve, freedom and peace. And it looks like that is the direction that universe is pushing them in. So I hope you guys appreciated this reading. I hope it resonated with you. I look forward to doing it with you guys again. And thanks again for being so patient with the audio. I'll see you guys tomorrow.